The cringiest thing you have done for a boy or a crush in college?
Oh God. Fuck yeah, gee. Yeah, I'm very cringe in love. Like, I really hate myself in love. Now that I've stayed
होते हैं यार, ठीक
single
है।
for a year, I'm like, I'm a decent human being. Why the fuck did I just not know my potential at all?
देखो cringe नहीं तो love नहीं, मुझे तो यही लगता है। It's fine.
Okay, so I used to date this boy in college, and uska birthday tha. So I planned this entire, surprise for him in Goa, and so I won an MUN. I did an internship, and then I saved all this money, to buy like a Polaroid camera for him and a gimbal that costed 35,000 rupees. Insane amount for a college first year student. I'm a Pinterest girl, right? So I've seen those, beach पे ऐसे वो proposal type, वो एक stand type नहीं बनाते हैं. अब of course I don't have the budget for it. So मैं और मेरे 2 cousins हैं गोवा में, and we have tried making that thing. And it's just like 2 डंडे और उसके ऊपर ये 2 चदरें, which don't look like a canopy at all. And then I've laid down flowers that of course are not staying because beach पे हवा चलती है. So it's a mess. And then I've written a 6-page speech about how much he means to me. And I've gone down on my knees.
Oh wow!
It was just that it was like, oh my God, I love you so much. Like you say to like a casual situationship.
Okay, that's a great story. I have a wholesome question now. What is the most wholesome thing someone did for you during your campus years?
Okay, so I was in a relationship for almost 4 years of my college. And when I broke up with the guy, I just didn't know what to do with my life. और मेरा placement season चल रहा था. I didn't sit for any of the placements. मैं on campus बैठी ही नहीं placement के लिए. And it was a very codependent relationship. So I didn't have any friends outside of that relationship. I didn't have hobbies outside of that relationship. I had never traveled without him. So when he broke up with me, I just didn't know what to do. And I always used to say that, you look at your moms and you're like, are you mad? Like, you have no life except for this marriage that you're in. Go build a life for yourself. And I just looked back one day and I was like, fuck, I'm everything that I didn't want to be. I'm my biggest fear today. And so I just didn't know what to do. And there was this random girl that I'd met, friend of a friend in a club. And she just told me that, when you get home, text me. So I had her number since then. And I didn't know anybody else in Jaipur, no friends. So I just called her कि bro मेरा breakup हो गया है. मैंने 6 दिन से कुछ खाया नहीं है, सोई नहीं हूँ, तो मैं तेरे घर आ जाऊँ थोड़े दिनों के लिए. She was like, yeah bro, sure. And she used to cook for me. She fed me thrice a day. She did so much for me. Like, it's wholesome in the weirdest way. But I think she was, except for my mom, she was the first woman to tell me, bro, your life is your career. If you don't have a career, if you don't work, if you're not financially stable, you'll be a loser. You can be the funniest, the hottest, the smartest. But if you don't have a financial backing, if you're not financially independent, you are a nobody.
Yeah.
And so she pushed me a lot when I got placed. And for the first time in a very long time, I felt a sense of self.
Wow.
Because I had completely lost myself in those 4 years. So yeah, I thank God for getting her in my life every single day.
Do you want to give a shout out to her?
Yeah, I think everybody knows her. Her name is Ayushi. Yeah, she's now moved to Melbourne to study and all. But yeah, love her.
How amazing. So last question in this thing. What is the bravest thing you've done for your mental health in campus?
I actually started taking therapy after the entire breakup situation. And I think that I went to only one session.
You started taking means you...
Yeah, one session I went to. She was like, oh, it'll be better, that's just how life is. I was like, I knew. It'll pass. Spend time doing things I don't like anything. Find a hobby. ये तो कुछ therapy जाने वाली बात थी नहीं. But yeah, I went to therapy. That's when I felt the bravest. I was like, I've taken a step to be better. Because उससे पहले तक I only had very self-destructive patterns की दारू पी लो, बाहर चले जाओ, ट्रिप पे चले जाओ, डिस्ट्रैक्ट कर लो, हिंज चला लो, and then that time I was like, okay, this is what like good people do. Therapy.
I think you probably didn't have the right therapist. Have you ever gone to therapy after that? या बस वही
Why
एक?
do you think I need it?
No, no, I'm asking because I love therapy. मैं तो 8 साल से ले रहा हूँ and I feel like, and it's not just for you, I feel like all of us will benefit, especially in Indian society. सबकी जिंदगियों में बचपन में ट्रॉमा होता है जो हमको थोड़ा अनलर्न एंड फिगर आउट करना पड़ता है. So I would say for that reason.
Yeah, no.
Thank you,
A lot
therapist.
of my friends go to therapy, and a lot of people have told me to take therapy, and I do feel like I really need it because I've just not been able to come in terms with my emotions or just, you know, actually face my demons. But I just can't seem to do it.
If you get the right therapist, it's genuinely like, I think one of the best relationships you will have in your life if you get the right person. So really hope that works out for you. I'm going to recommend
Yes, please do.
few for sure. Okay, so this has been already amazing, but we have a conversation to also do. I know you are not much older than the person that I ask about, but how do you now you're 23, right?
Yeah.
How do you look back at 18-year-old Apurva? What do you see when you see her?
I honestly love 18-year-old me. I think even when I meet new people right now, they think that, you know, I'm sort of this very strong, baddie person, which I am not. My 18-year-old self was the most fearless person I've ever known. I always dreamt big. I always I was in acting societies. I always wanted to be an actor. I always wanted to be a YouTuber. I thought really highly of myself, which I feel like I've lost over the years. When you don't have puri dunya ke opinions, like it's easier to have a sense of self. So I used to have a very strong sense of self. And yeah, I think I was a very happy person. Very happy and very fearless, for sure.
Do you remember, अपूर्वा, की पहली बार आपको कब लगा कि शायद आपको रिबेल करना ही पड़ेगा, ऑप्शन ही नहीं है?
Yeah, so I come from a very small place, Shahabad Markanda. It's a very small place near Kurukshetra. I spent 10 years of my life there. My mom is also from Kurukshetra. So both my mom's side and my dad's side, they have been conditioned to believe something that according to them is right.
बिल्कुल.
And their intent was also always right. But I just could not make my peace with the kind of woman that they wanted to see me become. I have always dreamt of being independent, dreamt of not living in that place, moving to a city, you know, that's much faster, bigger, has more opportunities. And none of the women in my families were doing that or wanted to do that. So it stemmed from a place of being more than what everybody else wants me to be. So that is, abhi I know there are so many hate videos about me कि oh उसको अपने माँ बाप नहीं पसंद है क्योंकि वो उसे clubbing नहीं जाने देते. Are you all stupid? Like, so my, you know, dad always thought कि, you know, there's a certain way you should be. You don't, and even my mom, she's also a teacher. They were like, oh, you don't talk in a loud manner. You don't laugh because it attracts attention. You don't. I remember I was laughing somewhere and one of my relatives came up to me and she's like, oh, तुम सिर्फ ये चाहती हो कि लड़के attract हो इसलिए तुम इतना जोर जोर से यहाँ पे हंस रही हो जहाँ तुम्हें पता है इतने सारे लड़के. And so many women go through that.
ये कितने साल के थे आप इस टाइम पे?
13, 14. So yeah, I started rebelling because I just didn't like the idea of what they were pitching to me. Like the dream life that they told me that I should have, I hated that life. So as a reflex, I did opposite of everything that they asked me to do. Like I started abusing because my dad was very like, लड़कियां गाली नहीं देंगी. And my problem was not कि आप ये बोलो कोई भी गाली नहीं देगा.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
पर लड़कियां गाली नहीं देंगी just pissed me off so much. And yeah, my dad was very like against, you know, all of these jobs like being an actor or being a model because from the outside they saw it as this really dark place that they cannot let their child go to. And nobody in my family has traveled. and I really wanted to travel. So it was just that I wanted to be bigger than what they thought I should be.
मैंने आपको बताया था कि मेरी फैमिली भी, माय मदर साइड, वो भी शाहबाद में रहे हैं.
Yeah.
माय फादर साइड हैज़ स्टेड इन पानीपत. मेरे ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स करनाल में थे फाइनली, और 4 साल मैं कुरुक्षेत्र में पढ़ा हूँ. सो इट्स द सेम एनवायरनमेंट आई थिंक. सो आई ऑल्सो रेजोनेट एंड अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट यू मे हैव गॉन थ्रू. उस एनवायरनमेंट के अंदर जो बहुत एक मैचो एनवायरनमेंट भी होता है, वहाँ एज ए यंग वुमेन आप कर भी सकते हो ये, आपको आपके पास वो राइट भी है करने को. हाउ डिड यू इवन डिस्कवर कि मेरी आवाज़ है और मैं यूज़ करूँगी?
I think I love my mom the most in the world. Like, I'll do everything for her. And you know, when I saw the life that she has, I could just see that this woman deserves so much. And she just surrendered to the circumstances. She surrendered to like whatever everybody was saying. And so that is what became her life. Like, she's one of the strongest, smartest people I know. And उन्हें जो नानी ने बोला, she did that. And then फिर जो ने दादी ने बोला, she did that. And फिर जो ने हमने बोला, she did that. And I was like, I don't want to be that. And more than that, I really, you know, every time I would tell her ki, why are you here?
Yeah.
She used to tell me, this is what I have. And I was like, I just want to make enough money so that the next time she can't say that. And I hope that I can give her a house. And, you know, she knows that even her daughter can fight for her. She can come live with her daughter. So it kind of, I think, stemmed from there. I was like, if I don't speak up, I know there's nobody else fighting my battles for me. Nobody's going to save me. Nobody's going to come. And this is not the life that I'm living. So I didn't know if it would work out or not. And I think I gave up a lot of time. At 11th, 12th, I was extremely suicidal. I used to self-harm quite a lot. But I just knew that there is light at the end of the tunnel. You just have to fight for it. Like, everybody can't be lying to you. There are happy endings.
बिल्कुल नहीं. I resonate so much with what you're saying.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe and share.